How you doing, guys? Malik over at Modern Pawn. On the review table today we have the Spyderco C156GPBN, also known as the Brad Southard or the Southard Flipper. This is a new knife for this year, really cool design. If you're not familiar with the flippers, go out and get one. It's what all the cool kids are carrying right now. The flipper design is really cool. Let's see what we got in the box here. The most striking feature on this guy to me is the nice contrast between this earth brown G10 scale on one side and the titanium RIL on the other side. RIL stands for a Reeve's integral lock mechanism. Basically, the whole, whichever way you want to look at it, the whole right side of the knife right here is the lock. The frame is the scale, is the lock. It's all one integral piece right here. It's a flipper. And if you're not familiar with what a flipper is, this little knuckle on the back here is designed for you to pull back with your index finger for the knife to come open nice and easy. Go over some of the specs real quick. You have 7.95 inches overall length open, 4.5 inches closed. You have a 3.45 inch blade that is 154 thousandths thick. It's a nice thick blade that has been hollow ground, so it does not feel bulky, but the spine of the blade is nice and stout with the hollow grind on there. I don't know exactly what you would call this shape. It's kind of a upswept Wharncliffe. I don't really know what the official name of this blade shape is, but you know, to me it looks kind of an upswept Wharncliffe style knife. You have a pocket clip right here. It looks like you can only run it on one side. Does not look like it is reversible. You also have a nice deep cut in these scales right here, so you have really solid access to the liner lock. One of the other things about this knife is that it uses a ball bearing system. Now, I'm not going to tear this thing apart and show you, but there is basically a captured ball bearing that runs on either side of the blade to the frame. So instead of using like a polymer Delrin style washer or a phosphorus bronze washer to have the knife run real smooth, this thing is literally running on ball bearings. It is a very smooth knife, guys. I mean, it is just butter smooth on open and close. It does have a bit of a detent. It detents closed so that when you use the flipper, it allows you to build a little tension to get it flicked open. So if you see, it does detent right there. I think there's a ball on this crossbar right here that detents in a hole on the blade so that it closes and holds shut and doesn't just flop open. Flipper design, Brad Southard, really good look here. He's using CTS 204P steel. Now, I've never had any experience with CTS 204P steel, so I went and looked it up. Chemically speaking, when I looked at the spec sheets, it is almost identical to M390, with the exception of a slight difference in the amount of tungsten and silicone, and I'm talking slight difference. It is pretty much looks a lot like M390. I've had a lot of experience with M390. It's one of my absolute favorite steels. It's super hard, holds a great edge. It is stone washed with a little bit smaller hole than I think you see on a lot of Spydercos, but still a very nice functional hole on this guy right here. Opens and closes wonderfully with the hole. Opens and closes wonderfully with the flipper. I'm really thinking this is going to be a hot seller. Centering on the blade is damn near perfect. It is really nice and centered. Some nice shaped spacers off the back. It's got a good size hole for a lanyard provision right here, and the brown G10, again, nice earthy color, nice masculine color. I really like the color of this grip right here. This right here, again, the Southard flipper from Spyderco. I think this is going to be a big winner.